It begins with a scream no one could hear, a silent, psychic wound that would echo for a century. Elara felt her twin brother die from 1,000 miles away. But her journal reveals a darker secret. She wrote that the connection didn't just open a door, it left one open. A century later, her descendant, neuroscientist Dr. Aris Thorne, found her warning. He believed he could solve the mystery. For decades, science dismissed telepathy as a magic trick, a series of hoaxes and wishful thinking. But Thorne wasn't looking for a ghost. He was looking for a signal hidden in the noise of the brain. Elara wrote of a constant static in her mind after that night, a whisper that wasn't human. He built an AI to hunt for that exact signature, sifting through the brain data of thousands of trauma patients. And then, he found it. A living person with the same mental scar. A man who claimed he could hear the city's thoughts. But the man was terrified. He said it wasn't people he heard. It was something else. A hungry, chaotic noise. Thorne's plan was dangerous and arrogant. Use the BCI to amplify the static, to record the sound of the abyss. At first, there was only chaos, the incoherent screaming of a mind's broken shield. And then, structure. A signal emerged from the noise, a pattern that was intelligent, but not human. In that moment, he realized the horrifying truth. Elara never connected with her brother. Their bond was just the key. The trauma of his death didn't open a line. It tore a hole. The connection was never a one-way street. Elara's final warning flashed in Thorne's mind. It sees back. He cut the connection, but it was too late. The door had been opened, and something had looked through. The experiment was over, but the static had followed him home. A faint echo in the silence. He now understood what the man meant. It wasn't thoughts. It was the raw, unfiltered hum of a collective subconscious. Our brains have a shield, a filter that has evolved over millions of years, not to perceive reality, but to protect us from it. And he had just used technology to punch a hole in his own. What are you, when you can no longer trust your own mind? Suddenly, the entire field of brain-computer interfaces seemed like a horrifying mistake. We think we're building tools to connect with each other, but we're actually building antennas for an intelligence we can't comprehend. The physicists had warned us. The universe is connected in ways that defy logic. A spooky, non-local reality. This static wasn't an invader. It's the background radiation of consciousness itself. The ocean in which our minds are merely islands. Animal intuition, mass hysteria, flashes of genius. Are they just moments when the shield flickers and we touch the ocean? He realized humanity had always known. We just never had a name for it. Art, music, religion, are they all just safety protocols? Ways we've learned to channel that terrifying connection into something beautiful and meaningful. Love, empathy, the bond between two people. It is our version of telepathy. A controlled, filtered connection that doesn't break the shield. Our entire civilization may be an elegant defense mechanism against a truth we are not equipped to handle. He had a choice. Publish his findings and potentially plunge the world into a new age of terror and madness. Or bury the secret, to honor the shield that protects us, to let the world sleep in its beautiful, stable illusion. He chose silence. He walked away, leaving the ghost of Elara and the sound of the static behind him. But the world doesn't wait. The technology he used, once confined to labs, is now becoming a toy. We are racing to tear down the very shield we need to survive, mistaking a prison wall for a new frontier. The static is always there. The door is real. And we are all just one trauma, one deep connection, one careless invention away from opening it. The greatest act of connection is not to share everything. It's to know what is too dangerous to be shared. Her warning was never about ghosts or spirits. It was about the fundamental nature of our own minds. The illusion of separation is what keeps us sane. It is the foundation of our world. But the drive to connect, to merge, is relentless. We are building our own key to that ancient door. Are we a species on the verge of its next great evolutionary leap? Or are we children playing with forces we can't possibly comprehend? Each mind is a universe, but all universes float in the same silent and listening void. The rules of reality are stranger than our senses report. Connection is the default state. Separation is the miracle. He chose to live with the terrifying truth so that others could live in blissful ignorance. A silent guardian. The signal is always there, beneath the rhythm of our own thoughts. What do you think would happen if you truly learned to listen? Every act of empathy is a small, safe taste of that universal connection. A controlled glimpse into the ocean. We are selling access to our own minds without ever asking what might be on the other side of the connection. The truth is not gone. It is merely sleeping, waiting for the next curious mind to find the key. He lives his life on the edge of two worlds, the beautiful, simple world of his family and the terrifying, silent world he knows lies just beneath it. We search the stars for monsters, but perhaps the greatest horror is the revelation of what connects us all. Her story was not a ghost story. It was a map and a warning to those who would follow. The next generation is plugging in, eagerly seeking the connection their ancestors learned to fear. What happens when the shield that protects humanity is no longer evolved, but manufactured, and can be turned off with a switch? He learned the ultimate lesson. True strength is not the power to connect, but the discipline to remain separate. We are building a global consciousness, a technological hive mind, but we never asked what the queen of that hive might be. For the first time, a human mind is intentionally lowering its shield, not through trauma, but through choice. They are knocking on a door that has been closed for millions of years of evolution. And this time, something is knocking back. Like and subscribe to Rawino now. Join the community and see what others miss. Choose your next step. Click on one of the videos appearing on screen to gain your psychological edge. I'll see you in the next analysis.